Namaste. I'm Jaya Palashri from Samskara Healing, and
Namaste.
this
I
is my
love
son
the-
Dushyant.
The sun on half my face.
So I'm here to talk about teenagers and the kind of difficulty and the issues they face and what they go through. And as a parent, how important it is for us to be there for them and how to support them through whatever they are going through. So, when we start talking, firstly, I'd like to ask my son what is his take on what I'm saying.
As in, okay, I guess it is important for a parent.
How
to stay
important is
connected
it
to a
for you
child.
to feel that I need to be there as a role model, as a support in your life?
Well, I mean, if not you, who? It's the simplest way of putting it. Like, if a child doesn't have their own parent there to support them, then who? Because then we're probably going to be relying on our friends, and at
But
an
would
age of
friends
13, no, at an age of 13 and 14, how mature are our friends possibly going to be? They're quite likely going to be around our age, and at that age, I doubt they're mature enough to give us the guidance we require to maybe make certain decisions. And if we don't have enough open communication with our parents, then we'd have no one to speak to about these decisions, and there could be a lapse in these decisions.
This is something I totally agree in, and this is something that I've always told my son that he needs to have it. Why don't you come a little this side so the sun is not
Yeah.
there on your face?
It's going straight into my eyes. Okay, a little this side.
Okay, why don't you quickly go just close that curtain?
Yeah, no, my cup.
So this is something that I always tell my son, and I ask him to be open with me. Not only my younger son, I tell both my boys that I'm there. I'm there to help, but provided you come and you give me the rightful answers and ask what's bothering you, then I'm always here to guide and help. But as a parent, it becomes very difficult. You don't know what's right, what's wrong, and at times we try to correct. And when we try to correct, we often get into an argument because our kids are very smart and they know things way better than what we could even try to explain to them. But still, I have tried to be a support to him, especially when he's cornered, when he's gone through a tough phase, or when he's been bullied or troubled. So bullied, have you been bullied?
Not particularly, but anytime I've faced any kind of issues, yeah, I have come to you with them.
So do you think twice before coming to me, or is it really easy for you to come to me?
I don't really think at all. For me, it's more like if I'm ever upset, if I'm not in, like back when I was in Mumbai, and if there was ever a time I was upset and I needed to talk to someone, I wouldn't hesitate. I would literally just pick up the phone and call you, even though you might have been sleeping or God knows what.
So,
And that was with me being in another city. If I was in Bangalore, whenever I was in Bangalore, I would just like walk into your room at any time of the day. My mom would be in meetings and I'd go sit next to her and just talk to her. So, as unprofessional.
okay, so as a mother, and though I'm a healer and I'm out there helping people and guiding people, genuinely I'm asking you on a live session, have I really been there for you when you needed me?
100% without a shadow of a doubt.
Thank you. I didn't expect you to say that. I was a little scared because this is live. I'm so happy to know I have been there for him.
What do you expect me to say? Like even back in 2017 or 16, when you had to go for your birthday to Thailand, and I wasn't feeling well, my goodness, your mom had to push you to actually board that flight.
Yeah.
She was refusing to board that flight because I was under the weather. And no, it wasn't anything serious. It was like a very mild cough, and I think I had a bit of nausea. But my dad was here, and my mom had planned this entire girls' trip with her friends to Bangkok and Phuket, I believe, or Pattaya. And in the last moment, the day she was supposed to fly, I had a mild cough. This was around 5 years ago or 6 years ago.
5 years ago.
Back when COVID did not exist, just to be clear. And she was refusing to board her flight. Like she actually said like about 5 to 6 times that she wanted to cancel her flight and let her friends go on. But it was me, my dad, and my brother constantly pushing her. Because I'm sure after 14 years of parenting, she definitely needed a break. So
I did have enough breaks, but
I mean,
thank
you did sort of.
So,
You've always been there. For
Thank
me,
you.
like,
I didn't
whenever
expect you to
needed
say
it.
that. So this is a very impromptu. I haven't planned anything. I haven't even told him what to speak.
There are times
Just
you
come
drop
on.
your plans and just come home.
Yes, I have. For you. And I've even cancelled for you.
Yes.
So the reason why I'm doing this is I do get clients, especially with teenagers, who are being difficult at home, who are kind of not been able to communicate. And at times, parents are not able to understand what the child is going through. The child is not able to communicate what is happening. So nobody's wrong here. The reason I've kind of pulled my son and said, let's sit. And this whole day I've been telling him I want to do a live session with you. And he's been like, okay, but what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I said, just let's sit and talk about what we're facing. And I said, I don't want to plan anything. I want to just keep it flowing. And I don't have questions in mind. I have not prepped him up for anything. It's just that I said, let's get in and let's see what's the right thing. And let's move forward. And we'll take things as it comes. So now that you said that I've always been there for you, and at times when you've been in a difficult situation and when you've thought to yourself before coming to me, how scared were you that I would start
I think most of the time when I would actually think before coming to you would probably be if I've done something incriminating. So
like
okay, so
I know we are
I passed out
live.
of my 10th grade, so I can say this like openly. In grade 3 when I had
grade 3 you were pretty good.
No, in grade 3 or grade 4 when I had like done something I shouldn't have done, and I like tried looking at the answers of a test in one of my friend's papers who was sitting next to me, and we both got caught. And I had to show that diary note to my mother. And normally it's been pretty open. My mother's never really like academically put any pressure on me and my brother. Like for us, academics have never been a priority. And I mean, you never like prioritized it for us. You never,
Academics have never been a priority.
and it's not like you told us to drop out of like 5th grade. I'm just saying
No,
that
yeah,
you've
okay.
never,
The
like,
way you said it, I was like, oh.
you've never like told us, like you've never had to like bring A-star grades home to make our parents happy. Like we never really even like had to bother about that, because I think there were many times we've gone for birthday parties to skip our, no, we've never skipped our tests, but a lot of studying. So this one time when I actually did not be very honest in one of my tests, and I tried looking at the answers in my friend's paper, my teacher caught me. I believe it must have been mathematics, which is a subject I've always been weak in, except for my 10th grade tutor who really helped me. But yeah, so I had to come home with a diary note, and I was shivering. I think there was a time I actually went and hid in the garage and started crying outside the house, and my mother came out and said, what happened? And I had to show her this diary note, and I was terrified, because she's never told me not to come home. She said, even if you like fail your test, I don't care, like just do what you have to do and like come back home. So she's never like told me that I can't do bad. And I think the test, despite copying, I must have gotten around 10 or 11 out of 20. So you can see how bad I am at maths. I came home, and my mother comes to the garage and she sees me there, and I didn't know what to say, because genuinely I was terrified. Like I was terrified, like extremely scared. Or when my mom came out, I just show her the diary note and I start crying. Like I just started crying, and my mom looks at me and she starts laughing, and then she turns to me and says, why would you cheat on your test? And then she just takes me, and I don't think she even like lectured me about it. The next morning she just told me not to cheat, I think. But apart from that, we had cookies and milk after that, so it's all cool.
So
one time I was going to come to you, we had cookies and milk.
So how important do you feel it is that no matter whether you're right or wrong, that you really need to come out to your parent?
Well, more than right, I feel when you're wrong, you do have to like tell your parents you're wrong, because more than anyone else, they are the ones who are going to guide you. Like even if you've done the most incriminating thing, if you tell your parents, they're going to tell you how to get out of it the right way. And I don't mean like if you do something illegal, they're going to like help you like get out of it, like they're going to like
No,
push,
but in
push
case if
things
you
to
fail, or in case you've got a bad mark, or
yeah,
in case if
no,
you're
but even
in trouble
for anything,
in any
even if
way.
you're in trouble, like legal trouble, they're going to have to tell you what the right thing to do is.
Yes.
And sometimes you can't just listen to your friends because then you're just gonna mess up your life. I mean, I'm no disrespect.
Do you know your
to
friends are there on
teenagers.
social
Yeah,
media?
no respect. My friends are a teenager. I mean, are on social media, but we're all teenagers, and I myself am not qualified to go around giving people life advice. And many a times, especially if you're in trouble, the only people you can actually trust and go to are your parents, because no matter what, they're gonna want the best for you. So they're
Wow.
just. I was just repeating your dialogues. I know.
Yeah, I'm
My
feeling
grandparents,
so
my
happy.
grandparents would tell it to you. You have told it to me.
Yes,
and now I feel
this
I
is
see
what was
myself,
told to
I see
me.
myself saying this to your grandkids like 20 years from now. So,
Okay, thank you for making me feel grand like that. But anyway, so this is something I've always told both my sons is you have to, no matter whether you're right, you're wrong, whether somebody is targeting you, either you're cornered, you may be right, you may be wrong, you may be bullied, you may be traumatized, but reach out to your parents. Out of fear, out of despair, the parent may react with anger or may even kind of get a little anxious. But
I
a
feel
parent
that
is a
depends,
parent.
doesn't
It
Like,
does.
Not all parents, I mean, not
Not
all
all
children
parents.
have the privilege of having parents who are.
No, so
all
that's
that
why this is
supportive,
a
because
mother and child
there are-
video because
no,
I
there are
wanted to go out to the
situations- There are
world.
situations where some parents may be abusive to the child, so the child can't always go to the parent with their issue. Because
That is a
there
point.
are
That's exactly why I'm
cases-
putting this video. It's for both the parent and the child, a teenage child. The importance of having a bond and the importance of having an open communication. And that's all this I'm speaking about. And there's going to be a next episode of this coming up soon, maybe tomorrow. Are you free tomorrow? Can you give me another live
Yes,
session?
until like the next week, I don't have any classes. So
Okay, so I have him again with me tomorrow and we will come live again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of it.
Life sort of made me realize something.
What?
I desperately need a haircut.
Yes, thank you for finally listening to me.
And I don't like how I look on the thing. I want to shave.
Oh my god, I think I need to keep bringing him for my live session so he starts listening to me.
No, and I want to shave. Like,
Okay, now let me finish it.
Yeah, cool.
So thank you. And I will see you tomorrow. We will go live again and we will have more talks on the importance of communication. And let's see what he has to say more about it. Now that I've picked a topic, I've given it to you and you're speaking, I want more on this tomorrow.
cool.
Thank you. And when his friends are going to watch it, I want you all to give me questions. I want to know in what way you would want
Are
us
you sharing
to.
this to your feed?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll share it with my friend group.
So in what way would you want help and assistance to come in, and how should parents be reciprocative to the child, and how important it is for the child to open up to the parent.
And do let me know if I should get paid for these guest appearances.
How mean could you
I'm
be?
kidding.
Thank you so much and see you soon. Take care. Namaste.
Adios.